It's so important for you to know what adds joy to your life, because if you cannot connect to the joy in your life, if you cannot connect to what makes you happy, if you don't know what that is, then you're going to have a tendency to be focused on everything that you don't like, or everything that makes you unhappy, or, stresses you out. That's such a big key phrase that a lot of people use. Two key words I hear my clients say all the time: stress and anxiety. Stress and anxiety. They take it on, they welcome it, they open their door to it, they sit down and have lunch and dinner and breakfast. And a lot of women lay down and go to bed with stress and anxiety because they do not know how to connect to what brings them joy. If you can't focus on the positivity, then you're going to focus on the negativity. Life is a life of contrasts, in and out, up and down, good and bad, light and dark, right? And stress and anxiety, it's a mindset. It begins as a thought process. And so it's very important for you to be able to identify and understand what brings you joy. Yesterday I was driving, and in my car, her name is Divine. I love Divine. I love driving in Divine. I feel very comfortable, and I listen to The Groove on Sirius XM. Old school music, that brings me joy. Music brings me joy. Singing brings me joy. Dancing brings me joy. Reading brings me joy. People bring me joy when they come with the right energy, right? You have to be able to connect with the joy in your life. If you think about what you don't want all the time, then that's what you're going to create. If you think about what makes you unhappy, that's what you're going to create. If you think about what stresses you out and makes you anxious, you're going to create even more of that. And so what's adding joy to your life? And, some of you might not know. You might not even know what makes you feel good. And that's a dangerous place to be in, when you don't know what makes you feel good. But, life is either a series of endings or it's a series of beginnings. And so if you're looking behind, if you're constantly looking behind you to what has happened or what you wish had happened, you're living your life from a place of endings. But if you're looking ahead, then you're looking towards the beginnings in your life. And do you know that every day brings a new beginning? Every single day brings a new opportunity to do something different. Every single day, you have an opportunity to connect to joy. You have an opportunity to smile. You have an opportunity to laugh. You have an opportunity to feel good. I often hear people say to me, my clients, people who I just met, actually went to brunch just now with a group of friends. And, everybody was just connected, attracted to the table because the energy of the table was so joyful. And, joy is contagious, but if you don't know how to connect to the joy in your life, if you don't know what adds joy to your life, then more than likely you're connected to something that's going to pull you down, that's not going to strengthen you. And, ladies, you have to learn how to give yourself permission to connect to the thing that encourages you, that empowers you, that powers you up, that makes you smile, that makes you happy. Nobody is going to give that to you. No one is going to serve that to you on a silver platter. And if you're looking for your joy to be served to you on a silver platter from something that is outside of you, you are setting yourself up for disappointment every single time. Whenever you're looking for your validation, whenever you're looking for your peace, whenever you're looking for your happiness on the outside of you, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, because it can be so easily taken away from you when it is in somebody else's hands. But if you maintain that, if you connect to that, if you tap into that for yourself, then chances are more likely that you're going to be able to hold on to that. And so what's adding joy to your life? I ask that question, and a lot of my clients, a lot of women can tell me what they're not happy about, what makes them stressed out, what makes them unhappy, what makes them sad. But what's adding joy to your life? And if you have something in your life, if you have someone in your life, and they are not contributing to your joy, they're not contributing to your peace, or even worse, they are subtracting from your joy, they are subtracting from your peace, then you might need to start to do some reevaluations of the energy that you are allowing into your space, because nobody does anything to you. You allow it to happen. And if you don't know what you want, then how are you going to get it? It's like you go into a restaurant and you starving like Marvin. You are hungry, you are famished, you feel like you can eat a cow, And then when the waiter comes to take your order, you have no idea what you want. That's like the universe. The universe is there to support us, to deliver our order to us. But if you don't know what it is that you want, if you don't know what makes you happy, if you don't know what brings you peace, if you don't know what makes you feel powered up, then how are you supposed to connect to it? So I want you to ponder on this question for the rest of the day and even tomorrow. What's adding to your joy? And you might have to come face to face with what's subtracting from your joy, what's taking your joy away, you know, and you might have to make some changes. You might have to make some decisions. A lot of people don't want to face these things because they don't want to have to make the effort to do something. But if you could live a life of joy, or you could live a life of unhappiness, which one do you choose? You always have a choice and you get to choose. So give yourself permission today to choose you, to choose your joy, to choose your peace, to choose your happiness. And if you don't know how to access that for yourself, if you don't even know what that looks like, then send me a direct message. I believe that everything that we want, I believe everything we desire, I believe everything that we need, we have access to it, you know, but it's no different than you being really, really thirsty and you sitting down and there's access to water all around you. You have to sometimes make the first move. You have to make the first step because nobody else is going to want it for you more than you want it for yourself. And if you're not making an effort in your own life to access your joy, to access your peace, to access that which powers you up, then don't expect for anybody else to do it because you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Okay, so I just wanted to come in and speak with you about what's adding joy to your life. You know, we just came into February. We're in the second month of 2019 already. And I've had so many women who have said to me that their 2018 sucked. It was terrible. It was rough. It was hard. It was difficult. Okay, well, we're in a new year, you know, and every day brings you an opportunity for a new beginning. What are you going to do with the opportunity for the new beginning for your life today? If it requires you making some hard, tough decisions, you might just need to do that. If it requires you coming face to face with yourself and identifying where you are in your thought process, where you are in your headspace, then you might have to do that, you know, but start with asking yourself that question. What's adding joy to your life? And if you need some help processing your life, if you need some help moving through the rejection and the abandonment, I'm going to talk a lot about rejection this week. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to release a new book. What in the hell do you think you want? Getting ready to release that. So I'm going to be talking a lot about rejection and abandonment and, you know, how to connect to the thing that powers you up this coming week. Okay, so go and enjoy Super Bowl. For those of you who love Super Bowl, I'm going to watch it personally for the commercials. See what makes sense and what doesn't. So, you know, if Super Bowl brings you joy, then get off of this live and go get yourself some joy. But think about that. Think about that this week, okay? What's adding joy to your life? Or you might need to think about what's subtracting joy from your life and do something about that, all right? Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go! I'm not pulling for anybody in particular. And don't want to get in trouble with anybody either by calling someone's name. So go and enjoy Super Bowl. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love and light.